questions for you. So, first of all, how did you find BSL?
BSL, it's a very international university. Actually, the first I saw before I applied here, they have a very small classroom and all the professors, they are in natural research. It's actually business and have actual experience in their expert ground.
Sure. Okay, so what is your favorite thing about BSL?
My favorite thing of BSL?
Yes, your favorite.
Also the practicality of the subject itself. Because everything we learn, I can actually apply to my real life or my future business ideas. Also that each class is very international. Like for example, in my class, we have about 15 to 20 people. And hardly anyone from the same countries.
Wow, alright. Why do you feel BSL is very cool for you?
Well, personally, because I like international, because I've been traveling around, so I can fit my time well. Also, the fact that it's in Europe, like Switzerland, it's like Europe. I can travel and see like lots of things around, like totally different from where I'm from.
Okay. Can you talk a bit louder? We're having issues with noise.
Okay. Right.
So, let's start with the, should we just move it back? I think we're going to change locations, because this is just ridiculous. So we can just keep streaming, let's go.
I apologize to our viewers because we have to.
We'll make this the interview chair.
Oh, there's one, that one too.
Alright, so actually what we should do is just put the cameras on Phil and ask the questions, I think. Let's not bother filming me. I don't need to be in this. Okay, so let's try that again. What is your favorite thing about BSL?
So my favorite thing about BSLs are the fact that in the class it's a very small classroom, so the professor can get very individualized people. So we have like lots of recommendations, feedbacks, really like personal feedbacks. Also that in each class there's around 15 to 20 people, so it's a really small classroom, and everybody are from different countries. And I personally love internationalisms, and also the fact that BSL is located in Switzerland, so I can travel around Europe and see more different ideas that can add to my business future.
Well, that's fantastic. How does BSL help you prepare for your business future?
I'll say that because the subjects here, like I said before, it is very practical. Like every time I come to class, I always have some new ideas I can jot down to my notes that I can actually use in my business. Also, all my classmates and people I know around here, they have strong passion in business. So these people can be my future connection or business partner.
Fantastic. Who is your favorite professor of BSL and why?
Why? Let's see. Well, there's a professor who I never had class with, but like I talk to from time to time. Well, favorite professor? I'll say...
Who's one of your favorites? It doesn't have to be your own.
There's three of them, I
Okay.
can say. So first is Professor Shamir Yane, who is also running our social media class right now. His ideas and his passion for his subjects, and also his general knowledge regarding business world, especially in the social media or any technological relate. It's just like really like up to date, and he's a really common person and really like he tried to get the best out of his students.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And would you give one other favorite professor?
Professor Elodie Belker. So she's very passionate about her subjects, and she knows like lots of things about the world, especially in sociologies. And that's really important in business world, because like how you negotiate with your customers or your partners, your employees. And she's really casual person. So in class we don't feel as if there's a different like for us, she's like our mentors, you know.
Right, absolutely. Okay. So what would you say your favorite class so far has been? I know you've only been here since September.
My favorite class so far, I'll say social media group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because since since the start of the class till now, I actually apply many stuff I learned from the class, like how to identify my audience, hashtagging, how to organize a timetable for the advertisement or posting pictures, and I just noticed that my own business, because I have a small clothing chain that I run through Facebook and the panini shop that I run in BSL. There are much more likes, much more followers. People know what we are doing, who we are, and from here I can expand much more easier.
Okay. And you mentioned your panini shop. FPM Paninis has become very, very well known within the BSL community, and we've started to rely on you as a source for our lunch.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about FPM Paninis. What do you feel is, why did you start? Well, why did you join the company, and how do you feel it can be grown in the future?
So, some history of FPM Panini first. So it started by two of my classmates, Arman Danayan and Asha Sultani. So we started business because, or they started first because it's a business school after all, and they want to have some sort of business to run with. At first, people thought it's not going to be success, but in the end, it's become really successful. But we had to close down for a while due to our exams and different timetable. But then afterwards, I got a foundation plan for the entrepreneur club.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to create a business for student and for BSL, run by student. So it's a business school after all. We need to like have something practical to run with.
Absolutely.
So now I see FPM Panini that we have a strong foundations. So I went to talk to Asha, and we revive it, and now we become one of the main source of food for BSL students. Now in terms of expansion, because we gain since we started in November, we gained almost 2,000 francs in profit.
Wow, that's quite a bit of money.
Yep. So we plan to expand to an actual cafe within BSL. Yeah.
And that's fantastic. And this expansion, when are you planning to implement your plan?
Probably by start of June. We need to try to calculate how much money we need to spend, what's return on investment, like by what time, and what we can add to our menu, and when we're going to open, because we need some students already graduated, so we need to have a new source of recruitment. Also, some of the money we're going to invest into a new business, for example, some application we were planning, such as a travel apps or food apps.
Fantastic. So it sounds like you're already on the entrepreneurial path, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But what would be an improvement you would make to BSL?
I'll say more student activities, especially like more encourage of practicality.
Okay.
Because I saw that after class, like because we don't have a clear idea of the club activities, so people learn the subject, but they don't know how to apply it, or they don't know where to apply it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want something that make people become more active.
All right. So where do you see yourself after your graduation?
I'm planning to go for an internship in several companies in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like Community Alliance Group, which is my father's friend's company. They are third biggest rice exporter around the world.
Wow.
And also, one of my father's friend also agreed to be my mentors, who would take me around Asia area, like in China, in Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. So yes, I plan to follow him around and then learn more about large-scale industrial in Asia, and eventually come back to Europe and then see how I can bring the three benefits, which I got the ideas from one of the company in Thailand. So benefit to people, to the community, to our partner, to the community, and to the company, and eventually try to open my own business.
That's fantastic. Two last questions. How would you describe the student life here?
student life here, well, it's very independent because there's no dorms or there's nobody following you around. Like here is a business school. Like you come here because you know what you want to exactly, not just like general subjects. So everything, according to students, whether they want to like study hard or they want to do something else after the schools, it depends on them entirely.
All right, and then last question. How do you like Lausanne as a whole? Do you feel that Lausanne is, how do you like living in Lausanne?
I actually enjoy living in Lausanne very much. Here it's very convenient. The public transport here are amazing. And it's a student town after all because there's a university like EPFL, EHL, University of Lausanne. So here is pretty much a student town. So you can gain lots of connections really easily and people understand, because we are like more or less a similar age group. So people get connections really easily and we can enjoy like parties or discuss certain topics really easily.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Phil, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and thank you.
You too, thank you very much.
Stop the stream.